Shalom, gardeners. What's up? It's been a minute since I showed you guys what's going on with the garden. In this zone where I'm in, it's been very, very crazy. The sun is out. Let me get back here. Alright, that's better. This zone up here where I am has been extremely crazy. The weather has been going up and down, so this is actually like the first time I've really been able to get out here to do something in the yard. So we're already in mid-April, so I got to get some things started. So I tried out, if you watch my seed starting video, I tried out some self-watering seed starters or whatever. They end up killing off, those things end up killing off most of my new starts. So I don't recommend those. Well, I mean, I could have just messed up, but I don't recommend them. I'm going back to the old school. So since I killed off a lot of my early crop, I actually have to plant them directly in the ground. This is the time to do it. So let me show you guys what's going on. Mind you, I haven't touched this yard in a year, so I'll show you what's going on with the garden. Okay. All right, so here we are, totally empty and barren, and it looks a hot mess. I tried to kill off some of the grass that's around these things, and hopefully this year I can mulch around my beds so that I can, you know, minimize some of these weed problems that I have with the grass growing up through the inside of my beds. From on the side here, the grass will grow so close it ends up coming up, getting up underneath my raised bed walls. So I try to kill off a lot of the grass so I can, you know, cut it one good time and then mulch around it. Now, the only things I have been doing over the winter is, I don't know if you can see all these. These are actually broken down compost scraps. You guys know over the winter you can't really compost because it's too cold. So what I was doing was everything that I could compost, you know, anything that you would, you know, vegetable scraps or whatever, I was throwing them directly on the raised beds, and they broke down over the winter. All right, so that's what a lot of that is. So it's not leaves, that is broken down food scraps or vegetable scraps. So you guys already know how I do with my beds. If you haven't watched my how to build a raised bed garden, how to build a raised bed, you need to watch that video to show you what's going on. I am going to top off all these. You see how low it drops in the season. I'm going to top all these off with a mixture of, since this is not my first time, I'm going to top them off with a mixture of compost and, yeah, just a mixture, a couple mixtures of compost that I'm going to top it off with. And that's it. Now, I'm going to show you one cool thing. I thought this here is a blackberry bush. I thought this thing was going to die, and I left it out over the winter, and now it's growing all kinds of leaves. This is absolutely beautiful. So this is in the second year, so I may end up getting some blackberries off of this, which is totally cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top these bad boys off. I'm going to put out my square foot grids. I'm going to add in the fertilizer that I use. Let me show you guys again. This was in my video. See that? I put that in, and normally I put in some coffee grounds, but everybody's getting hip to it now, so all my places where I normally go, they were all out this morning. So, you know, whatever. I'll have to top off, you know, later. I'll sprinkle some coffee grounds in that I'll get from collections from people later. All right, so I'll top these bad boys off and draw out my grids, and then you guys get to see what it looks like, because I'm gonna actually do some planting today. All right, so I guess I should show you guys what I do. So basically I just take and my shovel, and I just lift it up, turn it over like that. All my beds are like teeming, y'all, with earthworms. It's ridiculous. They're all over the place, which is good. So that's all I do, is just turn it over, right? And then when I get my other manure and humus mix, I rake it all in, smooth it all out. Okay, so that's basically what I do. So over this, I just turn it over so that over the dirt that has settled over the winter settles. I just turn it over to loosen it up, wake up those earthworms and those red worms in here, and then I mix all my stuff together and then smooth it all out. All right, that's it. All right, shalom fam. Here's my finish. I topped all of them off, leveled them all out, filled them all up. This is what it looks like when it's complete. So I'm gonna put the grids on all the rest of them and then show you the finished product of what I planted. All right, see you in a minute. All right, people, I'm finally done. Here's my first bed with broccoli, kale, and collards. Second bed has kale, cauliflower, and cabbage. Okay, that's one cabbage plant that you see there. I don't know if that one's gonna make it, but that's cabbage. And this one has lettuce and Swiss chard and radishes. And this one kind of jimmy-rigged tomato cages that were all old and bent up and broken up that I was going to throw away. I'm actually just turned them upside down, taped them at the top so I don't poke my eyes out. And these are going to be trellises for peas. So I planted peas in there. Those two rows in the back. That third row is spinach. And this last row, these two boxes are arugula. These two boxes are beets. So that's what I'm growing right now outside. That's going to be my my spring, early summer crops, and my summertime crops are in the home, inside the house, growing from seed now. All right, so people, like I always say, get to growing. Peace.